Guys, welcome back to the show. I'm joined in the studio with a guest who I've been trying to get on the podcast for a long while. Long while. He's a very strong prospect. So, can I say a rising star on the UK fight scene? Connor, the flycatcher Walsh. How are you doing?
I'm all good, lad, all good. We had a nightmare, didn't we, trying to get this? It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
that I train in the night and I don't finish training till like I get home around about 8:30, 9. So it's like hard, to like come straight home and then so within the night times it's dead hard for me. And then obviously you had work and stuff like that. So, but we got here in the end. We're flying
No,
now.
definitely. Yes, yes. Look, I think can we start by talking about your last fight at FCC 41 against your ground game was really good, but I just cannot pronounce this guy's name. Kuvenic, so I can't.
Shivenic, I think
Shivenic.
it was. I'm not too
Yeah.
sure of myself. I don't want to say it wrong myself. So
No, no, really good performance. Can you know, talk a bit about that? Just because I think at the moment you're on a winning streak, isn't it?
yeah, I'm on a. I think what I forgot what I even am now. 3-4-0, I think. Is it?
I think
Oh,
so.
my head's
Yeah,
gone here. I don't know. Is
yeah.
it 4-0? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. The lad was tough. The lad was really tough. Toughest pro fight to date. Um, to be honest, it was just like it was a good performance. I was happy with it, but like obviously it's not into where I want to be in the future. But like it was a good milestone to where I'm at, and it showed some of my level. Like I still don't think I've showed my full potential, but that was part of it. And I don't feel like no one puts shots together the way I do in especially in this division. Um, so yeah, just expect a lot more of this.
There's something that I did hear in one of FCC's interviews when they were interviewing you. There's something you do when you get into the cage or so. I think just seconds before you guys touch gloves and the fight is officially on. Is it that you run across the other side of the cage to your opponent's side and you try and get in their face or something just to how it helps train your mental state of mind or something?
No, this was an old thing. This is I've spoke
Uh,
about this in recent interviews. This was an old thing, and like I'm one to admit it. And like when I was coming up in the amateurs, I always thought that I had to get in the face and be this person that I'm not, and like be in the face and show that like oh I'm coming to fight and stuff like that, and felt like I needed to get that mental edge over. But I look at it now as like that was nervousness from me. Like I used to do that with nervousness. Like I used to think I needed to have that one over on them before it, but now I just believe in my skill set and my mindset to that's completely changed. And I know I don't need to do that. Like not everyone I fight I hate. That it's not like that. We're both competitors. We're both competing to win. Not only to win and just like that's what we love to do. The two of us in there, we're in there for a reason. You know what I mean? So like I look at it a lot different now to what I used to. But obviously, like you don't know what could happen in the future. Like I could have people that want to get in my face and stuff like that. But I'll just let my skills do the talking.
that's something that's also something else I did hear in that particular interview. That your opponents you don't hate them, but I mean, what is it that helps just keeps your mindset focused just when you're in the cage, you're locked in the cage with your opponent because you're both fighting for the same thing? I've heard other fighters, of course not to compare, but I've heard other fighters that the moment they sign the dotted line, they automatically hate the other opponent because you're the reason why I've got to cut weight, cut calories, kind of make so many sacrifices in the time leading up to the fight so I can win. I mean, I guess they say then they go about things like that, but just to help train their mental and state of mind. But I mean, for yourself, what keeps you just deadly and ultimately focused and eye on the prize like?
There's obviously multiple things. Like we get paid to fight.
Yeah.
We don't get paid to fight at the weigh-ins, or we don't get paid to argue. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Obviously, like it does put more bums on seats. I get that. But that's not the only reason what motivates me. Like the reason what motivates me is because the love for the sport. Like two of us are getting in there, and he's on the other side is willing to sacrifice everything to knock my block off, and I'm doing the same thing. So I look at it like that. Like if I don't train my 100%, then what am I doing it for? Like if I'm not all in, then why? Why am I? Why am I here? You know what I mean? So that's the way I look at it. Like the love for the sport makes me want to do it every day. Like I couldn't think of anything worse than me sitting in an office. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
way I
yeah.
look at it. Like I wouldn't have a clue on them computers and stuff like that. So that's
No,
why I
yeah.
just love to do what I'm doing is me dream. Like I couldn't think of anything better for me to do.
FCC, I mean, you got an undefeated fight record, and I know if you keep things the way they are, just 4-0, 6-0, 8-0, as in, is it that you want to? Would you like to try other promotions? I mean, FCC, they're a great promotion. They do look after their fight. They do look after you guys really well. But I mean, would you still like to test the waters elsewhere in the UK market? I mean, there's other big promotions, of course.
There's one place where I know that I'm going, and that's obviously the UFC. And there is other promotions and stuff out there, but like FCC, a good, a really, really, really high caliber, like
Yeah.
promotion and stuff like that, and they're doing really well. And I can, if it like, I can see it. I can see me going straight from FCC to UFC, and I've said it in multiple interviews. Like we have a laugh saying at FCC to UFC, but I can see it, and that's where I'm going. That's what the aim is. Like I wouldn't be in it to, you know what I mean? I'm not looking at any other promotions. I'm just looking at what's in front of me. My next fight after that. After that, there's no point looking ahead. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
written out. It's just let it all do it.
It's the first one me speaking to you, and it's something I do with everyone, all the fighters and guys affiliated with combat sports. Can you talk a bit about your backstory and background, and just the story leading up to you getting into mixed martial arts?
Yeah. So I did. I started boxing when I was 8, and when really liked boxing. To be honest, I was. It was one of my favorite things to do anyway, and I was doing it for a few years, like 2 years, I think it was. And in the UK, you've got to be like 12 to get a boxing license or something like this. When I was doing it, and you've that's only to have like skills bouts. So back when I was doing it, I don't know what it is now, but like I couldn't box. They didn't let you until you were a certain age, and I was like, "There's not." I was falling out of love with it because it was like it was just going to the gym and then coming home and you know like I don't know. I just fell out of love with it to be honest. And then I went into football and that was a complete disaster. I'm terrible at football. I am terrible. Um, and then me mates, there's a gym that's moved up by my house, just at the top of the road, and a few of my mates that they went up to do it, and they were like, "Come back down." And they were like, "Oh, it was bossing that." And stuff like that. And they were like, we were throwing kicks, and I was like, kicks? You're messing like back then, kicks and stuff was like I say back then it was only a few years ago, but like it's changed that quick. You know what I mean? The sport, and it's like I was like kicks, karate, and that. No, and then I went and give it a go, and I met like I've said this a few times. I walked in the gym and just seen Charlie Barber and Curtis Campbell just knocking each other, like just hitting each other in the ring, and I was just like, whoa, what is this? And then ever since then, just Jay Campbell and Kyle just looked after me. And then obviously I moved on to like doing grappling and stuff like that. Had an MMA fight, and then yeah, it's all just I'm here now, professional. I always knew I was gonna do it when I stepped in. Like I just loved it. I loved it when I seen the boys and that fighting, and it was like when you go into a gym of fighting, and you'd think everyone would be like, oh, he's scary him. But it was when you come in and it was just like this is boss. Like everyone was dead nice, welcomed us straight away. And ever since then I've just never left the place.
For you, what was the first thing that kind of like hooked you, like got me? With me, for me, I kind of got into mixed martial arts, not competing, but just training and eventually speaking to fighters. But what kind of hooked me into it is that the therapeutic element when you're training, if you had like a really bad day or even a bad morning, it's a perfect way of venting out the frustration.
Oh, you couldn't put it any better yourself myself there. Like I agree. Like when you have a bad day and you just go to the gym, I feel like as soon as you enter that gym, it's like nothing on the outside matters. I don't know about you, but it's the exact same. Like I don't think about anything else from what I'm doing now. And that's just it. it's boss because it helps people with mental health and stuff like that. Like I think if I didn't do it, my head would be gone. Like I don't know how to do anything else. You know what I mean? So this is like you said, it's just a. I'm lucky to call it my job, but like other people do it as a hobby and stuff like that, and it does the exact same to other people where you just don't think about anything else.
The MMA Academy Liverpool, like with a fight record like yours, and a kind of, build up, let me say, call you a rising star on the UK mixed martial arts scene. I can't really continue the conversation without asking you about that gym and just about some of the figures coming from there, your coaches, etc.
Yeah, the three gyms we train at, we got the MMA Academy, we got KC Fight Base and Liverpool Combat Academy. The three gyms just work together like every day. Obviously, like we've got all the lads out fighting and stuff like that. Like everyone's just improving day by day and getting better. Like in the gym, the rounds are unbelievable. That like the
Mm.
hard rounds. Every time we step in the gym, it's hard, and that's what I look forward to. Like no one wants a bad day in the gym, but if you come down to these three gyms, it's like you're gonna have to bring your A game because everyone's getting so good and everyone's listening and everyone. The main thing is everyone wants to be there, and I think that matters a lot. Like if you want to be there and you want to learn, you're gonna take in a lot.
Yeah, I've heard of some people kind of going back to what you were saying before about getting into the sport, and walking to the gym for the first time. They've got in there, they're of a certain age, but then they meet someone there who's a lot younger than them, and they manage to throw them on the floor, get them into an arm bar, but they manage to kind of um, defeat them physically, and they're left thinking, how the hell did this kid or teenager do this? I'm a fully grown person. It should be the other way around, but and they don't leave that place until they've learned that skill, that particular offense. They don't leave that place until they've learned how the other person did that to them. And I think that's probably one of the ways of how people get hooked in.
Yeah, because like you said, it's like the smallest person in the room can beat the biggest person in the room with just
Yeah.
pure technique,
Mhm.
and that's the beauty of the sport. It really is, and like you said, like it's I've seen it so many times where people come in and they've like, wow, what was that? You know what I mean? Or how was that just happened? And then that's
Mm.
how the clicks then. Oh,
Yeah.
wait there, I need to learn this.
Um, One of the questions that came in on that I've been asked on Instagram to put forward to yourself is this time next year, where do you see yourself?
This time next year, to be honest, I don't know. Like I don't really look too far into the future, but we all know where I'd love to be.
Of
We
course,
all
yeah.
know where I'd love to be, smashing up that 125 division in the UFC. But whatever it is I'm here for it, and there's no rush for greatness. That's the way I look at it, and I know it's gonna come. I don't know when. I'm not looking at when, but I know it's gonna come.
Uh, Someone asked, what plans do you have for this year?
To be honest, just getting better. Like that's my main thing. I'm not fighting until September now. So I've just been concentrating on developing like a new skill set and stuff like that, leveling up. Sometimes when you're fighting, you're concentrating on in the gym, you're concentrating in your sparring, you need to be winning and stuff like that. You need to be doing the things that you're good at. And then when I'm out of camp, I more take the pressure off the winning part and trying different things. And that's what I've been doing lately. So and I feel myself leveling up and by the time September comes, I can show you all my new level.
Now, a third person, they want to know, how do you see your path to major promotions such as the UFC panning out?
I don't really like look at the path to be honest. Like I said it before, like I don't know when or how I'm gonna get there, but I just know I'm gonna be there eventually. Like I feel like now I'm not far off one of the best in the UK.
Yeah.
I know I am, but like I need to prove it to everyone else. But like it just that's all I just need to just keep doing is just keep getting better and better and just showing everyone how good I am and I can mix everything up well from the ground to the to the stand up and just show what a true mixed martial artist is.
Your nickname, Flycatcher, how did that come about? How did it stick?
So I always feel like with a nickname, you can never give yourself a nickname. It's got to be given on it.
Yeah.
No one can, you can't give yourself it, I don't think. So I was actually down south, like going surfing and stuff like that with a few of the boys. And my coach posted a picture of me. I don't know whether you've seen the photo. It's like me pointing at the camera and I'm like
Oh,
looking like this. It's like an old photo now. But he just posted it and then like put it as the caption on Instagram, the flycatcher. And everyone in the room was like, "Oh, that's quite catchy, that." Because obviously, like, I fight a flyweight and I was catching all the
right.
flyweights, you know what I mean? So it was
Yeah.
catching the flies. And
Uh,
yeah, ever since then it's stuck. But now, like, even if like I'm out with the boys and if like it's a fly or something like that and I catch it, they'll go, "Oh, the fly catcher," you know what I mean? But it's just it's mad. It's mad how it's stuck, to be honest. I didn't think it would, but it has, to be fair.
it might be. Forgive me if I'm asking this a bit too soon, but has your next fight been is it in the works already or still
No, not
waiting?
yet. Not yet. Not I don't know nothing, like I don't know whether my coaches do or but I don't know nothing just yet. Looking around about September ways, something like that.
Okay. One question I should have asked you a bit earlier, maybe when you're talking about your backstory, is if not mixed martial arts, what else would you have done, turned your hand to?
There was two things. There was one that I wanted when I was a kid, and basically like I wanted to be a pilot when I was a kid growing up. And I was told one of my teachers I wanted to be a pilot, and she was like, because when I was a kid, I was like really small, and she was like, she looked at me and I always remember it, and she was like, "You're gonna be too small to be a pilot," and I was like, "What?" I just looked at it, it broke me heart a bit, but like
Mm.
obviously that then I just like ended up going into MMA and stuff. But I think if it didn't do it, I'd be like I'd love to if it didn't do this, I'd love to be like a secret agent. You know, like like Donald Trump or something like that. Like, you know, his right hand. I'd love
Yeah,
stuff like that. Like one of my favorite films is like action films is White House Down. You ever watch that?
I may. Okay, the title doesn't really ring a bell, but I may have seen promotions, promo videos for it. It sounds familiar.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
like that's a boss film. It's like where they go and take over the White House and stuff like that. And then he has this secret agent. But that's stuff that I'd love to that I've always been intrigued in. Like I always watch videos on and stuff like that. So probably a pilot or one of them.
any shout outs you'd like to give? Family, coaches, friends, sponsors.
Yeah, just all my family, all my team, the gyms, like every one of my coaches that put effort into me and all my sponsors. Like can't thank yous enough. Be impossible without yous. It really would. I don't know what I'd be doing without my team, my family, and my sponsors. Like I really don't.
Uh, One question I'm gonna ask you before I let you go. You're still very young, but you've done so far. You've done really, really well, fight wise, in
Thank
the
you. I
octagon.
appreciate that.
Um, what message would you give to other guys who are still on the still, rising up the ranks, especially those who are, let me say, starting out in the amateur side of things?
Say just listen to your coaches, trust the process, and I feel like now in amateurs, for when I was amateur, it was the best fight, the best. I feel like the amateurs are dodging a bit on the better fights, you know, like the hardest fights. But just like get the hardest fight you can at amateur. Really get the hardest fights you can at amateur and just test yourself because when you get to pro and you be tested, it's gonna be a shock to you.
Yeah. And I keep saying last question, but there is one question that I should have asked you earlier, and that is about the next UFC event, UFC on ESPN 66, which is happening towards the end of this month. Okay, the first one, just to get your take on, just your predictions. Ian Gary versus Carlos Prates. Hopefully I'm pronouncing Carlos's surname properly. Who do you think would come out the winner?
I'm gonna go. I love the fighting nerds. I think the fighting nerds are sick. I really do.
Hmm.
but I think I'm gonna go with Ian Gary.
Mm.
I think I'm gonna go with Ian Gary. I'm not sure how, but I think I'm gonna go with Ian Gary.
All right, you're gonna stick with your fellow Irishman. Next one, which is co-main event, and it's gonna be his retirement fight: Anthony Smith versus Zhang Ming Yang.
Is this his retirement fight? Yeah, I haven't
Yes,
really, I haven't
yeah.
really watched too much on the other lad, so I don't know I don't know really his style. But for Anthony's sake for his retirement, I'll go Anthony Smith.
Connor, thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you.
Thank
Um,
you, lad. I appreciate it, boss.
Guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like button. It really does help the platform grow when you do that. You can also catch the audio version on Spotify, iTunes, and on Google Podcasts as well. Connor, once again, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
mate. I appreciate it. Make sure you all hit that subscribe button.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Take care.
Thanks, lad.